just getting my life right now is about like my thing is like momentum creation. It's like and every day in every way I'm getting better. That's what I tell myself. Every day in every way I'm getting better, and I'm just going to continually get better so I can serve more people, help more people. Like I've got guys in our group making 10K a month. I want them to make 10 grand a week. We got some guys making 100 grand a month. I want them to make 100 grand a week. So the only way I can help them grow is by me growing. That's what I believe. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, we've got to get better, and that's my mentality.
Thank you for tuning in to episode 8 of the Make More Money podcast. We have Alex Morton Mindset. This guy, I said he was like my older brother. Awesome guy. You're literally, there's certain people in these that you're just going to hear the connection that we're going to do great stuff going forward. Actually, next week I have Bobby Castro. So if you don't know who he is, Google him. He's awesome. Me and him made a pretty good connection. I just actually got off a coaching call right now, which right now I always give money tips and inspired. I'm going to tell anybody here right now, if you guys click the link below or go on to Jeff J. Cunningham or shoot me a DM on Jeff the Entrepreneur. I'm going to coach one person with the most compelling reason on why for free, because I still believe that, me and Alex were talking, I think about this in here, that if people pay for something, they pay attention, but I believe that I can get to somebody for free who's making nothing and need to change their life away with everything that I've set up with the curriculum and system with Changing Lives Coaching. It's a new system of everything. It's kind of the point of what I'm trying to do, one person at a time, and we're actually scaling out to a system, and it's very rewarding, never been more fulfilled during this whole shutdown. It kind of is a business. As an entrepreneur, man, business just sprout out of nowhere. And there's a lot of different money revenue opportunities out there. Right now, me and Alex talk about a few of them, so sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 8 of the Make More Money podcast with my older brother, who's younger than me, Alex Morton Mindset.
All right, it's Jeff J here to make your day. I am never more honored to bring on the guest that I'm about to bring on. He actually embodies everything I thought when I was in college. He wrote a book called From Dorm Room to Millionaire, which is basically what he did. He's one of the coolest dudes, and everybody following my journey knows about my older brother, how he was cool, kind of good-looking dude, who was very successful, but also humble, and that's what this dude is, and that's why he's making time out of his day for me. That's my little intro to him. He's also tight with my boy Grant Cardone. I think he's tighter with Grant than me. I've seen videos of him. Check him out on YouTube, Alex Morton Mindset. Alex, thank you for being here today. That was my little intro, but for people who don't know, give me a 30-second, 90-second of what you're doing.
So, Jeff, I'm excited to be here today as well. Crazy times all over the world right now, and it's just cool that two guys to come together and make the world, a little bit better today. But you guys, my name's Alex Morton. I'm 30 years old. I grew up in middle-class America in a small town in Columbus, Ohio. Always had big goals and dreams, and long story short, went to Arizona State, got introduced to entrepreneurship through real estate, did that for a little bit, and then I got introduced to direct sales and the ability to create my own income, build a team, travel the world, help a lot of people. And I've done over 700 million. I've helped companies do over $700 million in sales over the last 9 years, and I've made millions and millions of dollars. But way more than just the money, I've been able to duplicate my success into hundreds and hundreds of people all over the globe, and just help people, man. I'm addicted to helping people, and I'm addicted to seeing people achieve greatness and win. And that's my purpose, to make people great.
And that's why I'm having him on today. And yeah, thank you. And we're going to kind of go into a little bit of your story, but talk about the time we're in now. So as entrepreneurs and kind of and I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, having a lemonade stand, having my brother and sister advertise, to then my older brother was the one who wanted to build the coffee shop music studio. And he's like, hey, you'll help me pass away. I actually just said to Alex before, hey, I'm going to ask you you're my older brother. And he goes, well, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 30, I'm 34. The thing with this is in knowledge, like there's certain people who've been places and you've done more. And I learned from everybody, man. And so I'm really just gonna kind of pick your brain at everything you've done well. So really quick, I kind of want to, because my passion is to change the education system. Me, Caleb Maddox, Dan Fleischman, and Manny Lopez, we're all doing
I like that. I was talking about that the other day. Yeah, the school system is so screwed up. You know, we've got to make it, we've got to change it for the better. There's no doubt.
So tell me about your school system. And so there was a point where tell me the story about when you were in with a professor and you were in a business class.
Yeah, so I was going to Arizona State. I actually went to a good public high school called Bexley High School. I graduated in 2008, had some great teachers there, also had some not so great teachers there. Got into it with my guidance counselor there. She told me that I should go into a career where it was just solely manual labor because I would never make money in business, right? So I go to Arizona State. I go take business because that's what you do. If you want to go make money, you go to the business school. So I was sitting in macroeconomics with Professor Filer. I remember this at 18 years old, okay? And I got a D on the first exam, a D on the second exam, and he calls me up and he goes, listen, son, you know, you'll never make money in the business world because you don't understand the fundamentals of macroeconomics. And then going to business school, I'm going to go learn business and I'm going to take the easiest degree I could. So I signed up for communications because James Harden took communications and I'm like, he's going to go play NBA. I'm going to go make NBA money. And that's what I did. The next day I took a cab to the real estate school because I didn't have a car. And that's where my entrepreneurship, I guess, journey, you know, began. And the school system doesn't teach us about our imagination, perception, will, reason, intuition, goal setting, how to pay taxes, how to make investments. So the school system teaches us how to be, you know, a 9-to-5 slave to somebody else's dream. And I don't agree with that. Yeah. And we got to change the school system, like you just said. There's no doubt about it.
So we will. There's enough people like us, and we're going to make a lot of money, and we'll figure it out eventually. So I'm not even really worried. It's just a matter of time. But before we get to that, I want to ask you this, because entrepreneur, when people tell me I can't do something, they told me I couldn't become a quarterback, I became a quarterback, couldn't become a lifeguard. I was a horrible swimmer. It was a girl I had a crush on, and I went in, I swam at 6 a.m. at the school, and I became a lifeguard. When the lady told you, one thing I will say, I do like you said, you got some great teachers at your high school, because I was one of the great teachers when I was teaching, and there were some great teachers. So it's good to sit, so there are some good people. But when people tell you can't do something, like the professor, hey, you don't know it, does that fuel your fire a little bit more?
Yeah, 100%. My entire career, you know, it's been almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in February that I've been in, you know, the direct selling business. And before every massive momentum growth, before every massive income spike, before every massive anything, a lot of the times it's fueled by people saying, you can't do it. You know, after my first company, I made my first $1 million at 24, and then some things went south. I got attacked on social media and Twitter. There's super bad press and stuff. And it was all about, you know, he's a one-hit wonder. He's never going to do it again. He doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have the skills. He doesn't have the work ethic. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to shove it down everybody's throat, and I'm going to go do it bigger and better and faster and stronger than ever before. So a lot of people say you shouldn't be fueled by haters or negativity, but dude, I feed off of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I embrace it. Like even on Instagram the other day, I posted a video and it was like, I guess kind of controversial about coronavirus. And I was just talking about changing your perception from good, from bad to good. Dude, I got slammed, but it was my most viewed video. It's like at almost 400,000 views now. So I'm like, you know, good press, bad press, it's still press.
Yeah, no. My boy Grant, I'm actually mad at him because he did a little thing about a bankruptcy scare just recently. And so many people were DMing me like, your boy Grant going bankrupt? And I'm like, no, he's a marketing genius, you know?
Exactly.
I got to check out your Instagram post. I got to turn on the notification. So it's Alex Morton on Instagram, right?
Alex Morton Mindset, yes.
Mindset, yeah, on Instagram. Yeah, I follow this guy. Like, I actually, and you know this, when you're trying to be successful, you don't spend a lot of time looking at stuff. You just kind of keep putting stuff out. Right. So you left that. You finally figured the real estate business. What was that you got into? What was the real estate?
That was okay. You know, $1 Million Listing.
Yes.
The TV show.
Yeah.
So my mom calls me one random day. I'm in the dorm room. She's like, "Hey, I just watched the first episode of this TV show. These young guys remind me of you. They got nice cars, partying in LA, making money selling real estate. Watch it. I watched the show. Dude, 2 days later, I'm like, I'm going to go be a real estate agent. So I got into real estate. I had a buddy that I played high school football with that I was also going to Arizona State, and he was making good money. But, man, I got in, and I was like, I think what I was doing was illegal. Because if you were a listing agent, I was stealing your photos and videos and information. I was reposting your post as my post.
Nice.
And then I would get a prospect of, client, buyer, whatever, and then I would call you and say, hey, Jeff, man, I got somebody for your place. So I don't know if that was illegal. I was claiming like your listing is my listing. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. And then I morphed it into Alex Morton Realty. I still have a T-shirt, and I printed these T-shirts. Alex Morton Realty didn't even exist. But I had girls.
You're so like my older brother.
I had girls on campus, black VX, Alex Morton Realty in pink font. And then I got postcards of like the sickest properties around campus. I would go to parties and I would throw them, this is a true story, off the balcony. And it would have my picture, name, and number. Dude, and I was slamming residential rentals all over. Dude, ASU was 100,000 kids. I mean, I was closing residential rental deals all over the place. I had a couple, sales, but I wasn't.
But did you own the units, or you were just the lead generation for it?
Yes, dude. I didn't own anything, man. I was broke. I was 18.
Yeah. But so you already started this. So that's what you got to do. That's awesome. That's a great story. You tell that much or no?
What's up?
You tell that story a lot?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not in its entirety. I mean, I remember going to pool parties, going to the top floor of the condo, and then making it rain with like 500 flyers.
Wow.
Dude, and like hitting the pool, and people were picking them up. And then the next day, hey, man, I need a 3-bedroom. Hey, man, I need a 2-bedroom. Hey, man, this thing looks pretty cool over here. And then I hired one of my best friends, Taryn, to be my executive assistant, who didn't even have a license. So then she was showing properties for me illegally also. It was just a mess. But you know what? I was making like $3 to $5 grand a month at 18. And dude, I was rich at $5 grand a month at 18.
For 18, man, that was pretty good. And it started. What made you? And I don't even know why. For me, I think it's just in you that money's important. Like, did anybody have to tell you that, or you just kind of knew it?
Growing up, I watched my parents work very, very hard. They own their own insurance business. Well, the backstory is they were multimillionaires in Houston, Texas. The housing market collapsed, and my parents filed a $36 million bankruptcy.
Wow.
Then they rebuilt it all back in life insurance. So I watched my dad 7 a.m. leaving the house, coming back at sometimes 5, sometimes 6, sometimes 10 o'clock at night, Monday through Sunday. Like, they would drop my sister and I off at like Sunday school. They would go to the office from like 9 to 1 on a Sunday. So I watched them build their dream, and they were in the eyes of America, they were a success. I mean, they retired early and they were good, but then I realized, like, if I wasn't giving them money every single month, which I do now, they could not live at the level that they would want to live at. But when I was young, success was always important. My dad gave me Rich Dad Poor Dad in 5th grade, and my mom actually worked for Tony Robbins.
Oh, wow.
Way back in the day.
Oh, no wonder why you're so – I mean,
yes, I kind of got the cheat code with mom and dad because I was a little kid. Yeah. My mom would say, you can do anything you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be if you just work hard. And, personal development was kind of like going on in the house without me knowing it. And then, I'll cut it short, but both sides of my family are survivors. So my dad's side survived the Holocaust, which was a really not good situation. Yeah, and then my mom's side survived the Armenian genocide. So both of my ancestors, you could say, survived murder. I mean, dude, death by fire, guns, and raping and killing the babies. I mean, really bad stuff. And then boom, I show up. So my mom's mom lived with us for the last 10 years of her life. And she said, listen, the name Alexander means helper of man. And she programmed me when I was a little kid, you're going to grow up and you're going to do great things. And that's just all that just channeled into this. And now I've just been running through walls for 10 years.
So, and just for everybody listening, that's why it's so important to have good parents. I had my mom passed away when I was young. My dad was always good. He always believed in me. Yeah, we listened to all this stuff. But I remember when I went home to my dad, I was like, Dad, I'm going to play quarterback. He's like, Jeff, you never played with dads. You can't throw, because I was homeschooled, right? And I was like, I'll figure it out. Like, you can't be that hard. And I did. I wound up starting playing quarterback. But, and that was the first thing I did that I thought, oh, if I can do this, I can do whatever I want, Then I got all into where I was chasing girls, and I was always good at making money, but I'd spend it on girls or alcohol back in my 20s.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I love that you're 30, and it's funny because I'll partner with some younger kids to build software now. But I'm like, all right, what's your why? You want to party out with girls? Because I don't think we do business together. Because you're gonna make money with me doing it. We can't be wasting it. You gotta be smart with your money. So and that's why I like getting you at 30. So, all right, so you went from the real estate thing, which is awesome. So you're doing that. Because it's funny, when you ask me a question about real estate, I'm like, wait, you did it. But now I see what type of real estate you did. So then you got into direct sales. So direct sales, was that like, because I'm trying to go off from different interviews that I've watched you on and kind of different. Was that like a multi-level marketing type deal?
Yeah. So network, we say network marketing. MLM was kind of the super old school, like Amway's, Herbalife's, where there's actually like levels and you get paid on levels and stuff. I got in a company. It went viral in America back in the day. I was 21. It's called Vima.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Energy drink Verve. So I was the kid that started the whole younger movement, and it was super controversial. And I look back and I said some things publicly that I shouldn't have said. But you know what? The messaging was still a clear message, and it said, well, we talk about, listen, if somebody doesn't have what you want, don't listen to them. And obviously teachers didn't like that. Professors didn't like that. I got kicked off of probably a dozen college campuses throughout my career there. But, I made $1.6 million in 4 years. I had all my friends got rich. They all got nice cars. And the thing eventually collapsed. But we learned from our mistakes. At 21, you got kids making 20, 30, 40, 60, 80 grand a month. Things are going to happen, running around young, arrogant. I look back and now I teach principles about where I messed up. And it's like, that's why I eliminated ego. I go total, it's all, like you said, it's all about being humble and operating from a point of gratitude and humility now at 30. So I was 21. I made a lot of mistakes, but I also learned a lot. I don't regret anything. But now today, what I do is similar to, say, Ed Milet and Patrick Bet-David. Yeah. Same industry. It's funny because people hate on network marketing. I'm like, dude, Ed Milet has made all his money in network marketing. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's another vehicle of wealth creation. Yeah. So now I'm in financial education, financial products, and it's been, obviously a massive blessing. So yeah. Yeah.
My brother just joined WFG because Ed Milet walked away to do the whole thing. So they've been trying to get me on it. I might just do it just because anything I do, I can blow it up, man. I know I have that. But I want to focus, and the focus is key. I just started this coaching business. I love it because I'm helping people. People pay me, and so most people pay me for an hour, $250. We're gonna repackage it. I'm gonna have other coaches on. I'm gonna scale it. So even if I go back and learn from my mentor, I can still help people because I think they need more voices like me and you to get them to action plans. Because my perfect avatar is my younger brother's probably wiser than me. Read more Anthony Robbins books. He's a GM at Chili's, and they're working to death. He's on the front lines during this coronavirus right now, cutting tomatoes when the kid can change anybody's mindset, and he's coaching cooks to not end their life and have them be a better life. I'm like, dude, you're getting way underpaid for what you're doing, man. So that's the one thing. If I join a WFG, that's going to be why, and everybody's going to know about it. I'm going to blow it up. But
dude, it's a vehicle, man. Like I talk to people all the time, and now since I personally, I was like the first person to really go hard on the personal brand in the industry, like as success and personal development, and I was mentored by Bob Proctor for the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So now it's being more acceptable. Like Dan Fleshman had me on a call with like Jay Shetty and Lewis Howes and stuff. But to me, it's just ridiculous because to me, results are results. Grant Cardone's like, dude, if I was broke, I'd go do network marketing. Ty Lopez is a homie of mine. He goes, at least a third of my followers all should do what it is you do. Even if you don't make money, you're around successful people. You're in an environment, right? So all it is it's just another vehicle of wealth creation and impacting people. So
and I've done network marketing. I've done Ambit. Dude, the cool thing about me, I'm so entrepreneurial. I've done them. I love the network, and then I'd sell to the network. I'd build up my own little side hustle, and I'd sell to them all of them because I'm very good at selling myself, which is what anything is, man. You know, and I just love it. That's why actually Grant was the first one who said, network marketing, get in for the network. You know, if anything else, you're in a better bunch of people. That's what I coach. So you actually have Gary Vee give you compliments. You met Gary Vee, and Gary Vee's totally against the stigma network marketing.
He is. So me and him,
that.
He gave me some guidance earlier on. It's funny because I love Gary Vee, man. He's like, he's my older Jewish brother. He's amazing, you know, but before he blew up and got big, he spoke on some network marketing stages. We actually got him on our stage in 2013 before he got super, super big. And then he kind of blew up after that, which is amazing. God bless. But yeah, he just doesn't understand network marketing. I mean, he gets on there, only the top make money. I'm like, dude, you are insane. 2 days ago, we had a 23-year-old kid in under 3 years, and I got to be careful about income claims, but making $500,000 a month. Yeah. He's never done network marketing before. He got in, he worked hard. He's not at the top of anything. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's a pyramid, bro. Everything's a pyramid. You're coaching. You're
becoming a pyramid. Yeah, 100%.
Grant Cardone Enterprises. It's a pyramid. Grant, and then it goes Jared. You know what I mean? The government's a pyramid. So it's just in 2020, people gotta like change their perspective on a lot of things.
Yeah, that's good.
One of them is business structures. Simple as that.
What business is it where the kid's making $500,000? Which one's that?
It's called I Am Mastery Academy. That's our company.
That's yours. Okay, cool. Because so here's the thing. I coach people, and certain people that I know who will do well in network marketing, like I would do. I think anybody can, like what you said, but I will rep certain network marketing and give them avenues. That's how I make a lot of money with affiliate links, right? Kind of in a way. So that way I'm like, no, this is a good one. You like that. It's just the way, and I'm helping people get into better networking nowhere. You know, that's it. And that's
the difference. You know, like Eric Thomas he's a friend too. I mean, I've networked with these guys over the years because they spoke on our stages, and then we met backstage and we became friends. You know, and ET's an amazing, I mean, he's like the motivational speaker of the world, like insane. But I think about it sometimes, it's like you can go to an event. It's like going to church on Sunday. Joel Osteen fires you up and inspires you. Dude, you got to go back to work and make $28,000 a year. So like I go and speak in front of 5,000 people in Lima, Peru, and at the end of it, they're ready to change their life. We have an opportunity that you can actually change your life. So again, it's just a vehicle. And my Patrick Bet David, they would say the exact same thing. This is a vehicle for somebody who's struggling to come in and work hard and not struggle anymore. Simple as that.
No, so when this Corona thing all happened, and we'll get into the Corona stuff too, I got a lot of heat because I pivoted from selling windows to doing coaching's business and started making money. And these people paid, you know, some thousands for licensee, IFC coach. They're like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm helping people get results. And the biggest thing I can do is get in front of someone and help someone. And like the fact that the only reason you know this, Alex, when people pay for it, they pay attention, right? I coached a lot of people for free. And some of them did some stuff, but there wasn't, you know? So that's where it came from. And I'm going to coach the rest of my life. I love helping people. I'm really good at it. And I can figure out what people's strengths and their skills are. And I can figure out what you can do to make money from it. So like this all came out of the Corona thing where I realized I have this skill. You know, I did it kind of thing, but I didn't focus in on it as much as I did. I was just kind of generally helping. So it's actually really cool. And I have all this knowledge. I've invested $7K in coaching, everything here. So it's finally cool. I almost feel guilty now winning it. Now people are trying to come on my stage. I have you on this show, you know? It's just like, I'm
almost
like.
That's how things happen, man. The Corona made a lot of people, they were forced to pivot and go completely, you know, digital in a lot of spaces. And it caused a lot of like fast exponential growth. Because if people didn't grow and pivot, they were going to be out of business. So
and it's people like us who can sell and add value who are going to stimulate the economy and bring trust back into it, right?
100%.
So and that's why like I'm a big fan. Like I took all my money from and I invested all my software, and that'll probably make money down the road. It's going to do really well. It's not making money right now, so now I'm on to this, right? I'm an investor in it. You know, I love making money and investing in things that let's see what they do. You know, nothing more than real estate. But so I want to actually ask about Corona. So with everybody in here, with all the panic, right? Because people are going to be, I have more listeners. I'm rising the charts because of Corona. Because people are home and they want to make some money, right? So if someone's stuck at home, they're scared, they don't want to go out in the marketplace when this thing opens up. What would be your best advice to them with everything going on?
I mean, they got to go digital. I mean, thank God that our company was already digital. I was doing 5 to 6 physical events a week before Corona. You know, I've been in 86 countries in the last 4 years, all over the planet, and then we just took that model and got it onto Zoom. You know, my CEO was telling me yesterday, this is going to blow your mind. He told me that March 1, Zoom had 3 million subscribers. And he said today, I still don't know if I believe this. Yeah. He told me Zoom has 300 million people. They went from 3 to 300 million customers in like what, 60 days. And I believe it because I got real estate buddies. They're doing virtual open houses on Zoom, showing people homes, and they're actually selling homes. My buddy in Miami, he's $1 million real estate agent. The dude's doing virtual open houses, and people are buying homes. I got some insurance. My life insurance homies in Arizona. They're not taking physical in-home presentations anymore, so they moved to Zoom. So I think if people don't want to go back in the marketplace, and I think for a long time people are going to be scared. Like I'm talking to my parents. You know, they live in Vegas. They're in their 60s. My dad's like, they're going to open up Vegas restaurants within like 6 weeks. He goes, me and mom, we're not going to go out to eat in 6 weeks where the chef's got masks on and everyone's got gloves on. It's like a freak show. So I'm telling people, listen, it ain't going to be the world that we once knew. That is never coming back. Like I'm a sports guy. Like we're big Oklahoma Sooners fans, Dallas Cowboys fans. I love LeBron. It makes me super sad the fact that there could be professional athletics with no fans, but if the extent is no fans at a Laker game, dude, that means the business landscape is completely flipped upside down. So no matter what someone's doing, my personal belief is you've got to get something digital. You got to figure out something to where you don't have to physically shake a hand to conduct business. And I think the majority, I got buddies that own gyms, like physical fat gyms. They're doing online Zoom. My buddy trains me in Miami, $100 a week, 6 days a week, hour Zoom class. All these girls show up with their mats in their house. They do group fitness on the Zoom. And the kid's like, dude, I made more money last month doing Zoom gym classes than I did being a PT at a physical location. So I think that, again, it is a blessing in disguise once you change your perception on it, because it's going to cause a lot of entrepreneurs to level up. And one thing Grant said, he said the amateur entrepreneurs are about to get completely exposed because a lot of people are not going to be able to pivot or really make the shift to produce income.
Yeah, no, which is actually kind of shows like I didn't even know how I was going to react to it. So the fact that I've had so much success, it's like, oh, because I didn't even know where I was at. I was like, I'm definitely not an amateur entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like I know what I'm doing. And it's funny, dude, like everything too. I almost want to talk sports with you. The fact that you said you like all the teams I like and you're a LeBron fan, which is what I always say I always get heat for it. You know?
Yeah, you're seriously an Oklahoma Sooners fan.
Dude, I had a Sooners hat, all right? Just like I had this casual hat. And I used to watch all the time. So I was a big I was a big Jesus guy and a big football guy. And college football, I loved the Sooners right until I found my boy Tebow, who I'm actually looking to get on here. And then I switched because I played football against Aaron Hernandez. You know who that is?
Yep.
So against him once, he was kind of a jerk to me. So I watched the Florida game against the Sooners, and I was rooting against Florida Gators because I didn't like Hernandez.
I was in that stadium with my dad. And Tebow did the jump pass, and he beat our ass. But, we were at least there. So.
And then I found out about Tebow's homeschooled and football. This is before I started playing football. And I thought, no, if he was homeschooled and he played football, maybe I could do it. And then he changed my belief. I used to throw funny. They used to call me Tebow. When Tebow got drafted by the Broncos, then I was the third string. I had no business starting. They were like, let's put Tebow, and the other Tebow's winning. The coach didn't even like me. Jim Peake, he's one of the guys why I played quarterback because he said I couldn't play it. Just didn't even call anything. I called all hot routes, dude. Came back, we won the game. Just all that awesome stuff that you always dream of,
That's cool, man.
But it's cool. So I've always wanted. I still on Facebook. I really don't want to say it now because now I'm getting crazy people now. You know what I mean? It's crazy when you start blowing up a little bit, But my Facebook has Tebow in it because that's what I changed, my personal one. But anyway, so no, dude, I love the Sooners up until that moment there. And then I kind of I like a team for players. Because, but yeah, no, I love college football, really.
Baker Mayfield's my all-time favorite college.
Is he really? I was going to ask you about him. So.
I feel like I'm like the Baker Mayfield in my industry, because my thing is like, people either they love me or they're like, dude, we can't stand this guy. But at the end of the day, my results speak for themselves, and I don't care. I mean, Grant taught me a lot. I was on Power Players in 2000.
Yeah, I saw that. It's crazy that I'm even talking to you. I was nowhere near in the situation. I watched that, and I'm thinking, man, if that kid could do it, I could do it. Yeah, I'm close, man.
He made fun of me. Well, this is like
baby money.
He's like, dude, $800,000 a year. He's like, that's baby money. That's trash. I'm like, oh my God. But it cost me.
How old were you then?
$800,000 a year. 23, 24.
So how did you first hear of Grant? Was it in the whole direct sales thing?
My dad gave me 10X rule.
Oh, okay.
And then I started watching this guy on YouTube. I'm like, man, this guy kind of he doesn't, like, his English isn't perfect like mine. He says y'all.
Yeah.
He kind of sounds like that. But like, I know he's like genuine. He's not like up there faking and bullshitting people, because I don't bullshit anybody. I tell it the way it is. And if you like me, great. If you don't, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I relate to this guy more than I related to Gary Vee. I mean, that's the God honest truth. So then I shifted to studying him for sales and success, and the whole 10X thing is like my entire career. So it's like, dude, I'm all in.
Yeah, you 10X. That book means action to me, and I started taking action for that. I was in a lot of the wrong vehicles making success with those, and now I finally kind of started doing it for myself. But so yeah, you when you got on Power, at what point did you write Dorm Room to Millionaire? Where did that book come on?
I've got. Here we go.
I know you got a few other ones too.
I wrote this. Honestly, man, I gotta check the damn. There
like, where were you at when you started to write? Who told you?
So I started writing this copyright 2016. So I started writing this, I think, in 2014. I was actually at a Bob Proctor Matrix event in Toronto, Canada. True story. Never even shared this. He calls me up in front of like 400 people, and he puts up like a fake book cover on the PowerPoint. And he goes, I challenge you to write a book in the next 12 months. A best-selling book about how you made your first $1 million. Will you do it? And he's like, you have 30 seconds to decide. And obviously within like 5 seconds, I'm like, yes, challenge accepted. So that night, I'm sitting in the room that he was teaching, and instead of going out and like partying in downtown Toronto, I stayed in, and I remember I got notebook paper and a pen, and I literally started writing the book. And it was right after I was told that I was the youngest and fastest ever to make $1 million. And when I heard that, I started writing the book, and I wrote every word of this thing. And people use it today in our industry because it was such a fresh, it was like, you just made your first $1 million, how'd you do it? Write a book. And then I wrote the book, and then it went. So that's crazy how things happen, man.
That's a cool story, because I'm writing a book, Inspire the Zoys. It's telling the whole story on that. That's gonna come out next year. It's a bigger book that I'm still probably put this in part of the chapter. But I'm writing a book, the 30 pounds Lewis House gave me. I'm pretty tight with Lewis now. He kind of keeps up on what I do. So I'm writing a book, Getting Rich in Recession. And it's all the stuff I'm taking for my coaching sessions. It's going to probably be out in a couple of weeks. It already went off to the publisher girl, and we're going to sell it. We're going to do a free with shipping deal, the whole deal too. But it's all good stuff. I'm going to put some stuff in the real estate and the market. I do daily YouTube videos to kind of give back to everything. So this is me promoting when people are looking at you right now, so.
That's cool.
I'm always selling myself. We're entrepreneurs, man. We always are,
Dude, always.
And I've always done this. So what's when now? So you wrote the book. How did the book sell? Did you just go out and sell it door to door? Did it like sell?
No, it was. I didn't put much attention. I really just put it on Facebook and Instagram, and we hit like I think 5 different Amazon best-selling lists.
Yeah.
And my publisher was like, if you want to try to make it a New York Times best-selling book, we can, but I don't think you're at that. You're not at, and I'm like, I'm not at that place yet, bro. Like, let me the next book. So I've been writing a new book. I don't know the title yet, but it's going to be something like 30 million at 30. And, the steps that I did, and I'm still writing it. It's not getting published right now, but that's the one I'm going to really push for, like the New York Times. I mean, I want this one to be like my 10X one. Like for Grant, that's it, because I know I got the information. I know I got the results, and I know my intentions are in the right spot. So now this book, I want this to be like the complete elevation and acceleration of my career. Because like money wise, I'm good. Now I just want all impact, and I'm going to give it away for free, dude. Like I don't. Yeah. It's not even. I just filmed all these new courses and programs and stuff because my mentor Bob told me to, and then I was going to do this whole thing and start selling stuff. And then like 3 weeks ago, I decided I'm gonna give it all away for free. That's why you see me post like amgiveaway.com.
Yeah.
Go there, everything's free.
Yeah, I entered it, dude. I went over there. I was like, oh, let me check out this dude.
I'm giving away, dude, Tuesday night, I'm giving away MacBooks, iPads, and cash. So
good, dude. I could use all that stuff. I'm really starting from zero again. I mean, I have stuff that's worth stuff, but I don't want to liquidate everything that's going to make money right now. And plus, as entrepreneurs, it's like fun. Gary Vee always talks about this. He wants to lose it all to go again. Like, dude, I literally love this, man. You know what I mean? And Josh, my brother, was just like, what is it about entrepreneurs who just say watch? Like, I'll do something, I'm like, watch. And like, you're a little bit like that too, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And like, who's watching?
Yeah. Because most people don't believe that what you believe is possible, and then you're like, dude, I'm going to do it anyway. Just watch me.
I told my dad just recently, because true story right here, just so everybody knows, because I have the old lights on and stuff. This is my old bedroom that I'm in. I'm renting out my unit. I'm doing everything sacrificing here because it makes sense. You're getting money. I don't care. I'm not bringing a girl back here anymore, so I'm saving money that way. Like I'm staying focused, man. No girls, alcohol. But I told my dad, I was like, dude, someone's gonna pay $4,000 for me for a coaching session. And my dad just looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, no, someone will. Like I'm in all with Manny Lopez. I don't know if you know who Manny Lopez is, but he doesn't
know that name.
He's been with Ty Lopez. He's going to be on here. Orphan to CEO. He has a heart to just serve, and he connects all. He has Sharon Lecter speak there the other day, and she just followed me. She's kind of an older. I'm more of the newer people, right? That I like. But Grant, I'll always like, man. So the one thing I want to say too is I actually have. This is totally conversational. This is how my interviews have been lately. Did you see the one with me and Elena?
I saw a snippet.
It was actually, because I have my pod blade, by the way. I'll give them a shout out. And I get a referral link if anybody wants to do their own podcast and interview top stars. Dude, I'll have to have you come on again when you have your book out again. Because I'll be way up in the charts by then, the way we're rising.
Yeah.
So, and then we can talk about everything there. I have 5 questions I always ask them at the end. What time? Oh, no, we're doing good on time. I'm just having such a good time. You ever get, I want to ask you this just personally. Do you ever get heat for just being a LeBron guy or no?
Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, you're just a bandwagon LeBron fan. But it's like, listen, I grew up liking the Houston Rockets. Yeah. Like Steve Francis, Cantino Mobley. I was born in Houston. So like I was a baby, but my dad took me to see Michael Jordan play against Hakeem Olajuwon. But like, I don't remember it because I was so young. And then we moved to Ohio. Like I was in Ohio for 14 years. Like how can I not be a LeBron fan? You know? Like,
so you know what's so funny? I actually rooted against Jordan when I was young. I rooted the Seattle Supersonics. You're probably a little younger for that. They played against Jordan, and they lost in Game 6 on Father's Day. I told the story at my eulogy because it was the best moment I had with my brother because I was rooting for Sean Kemp and the Seattle Supersonics over the Phillies. I always liked the underdog my whole life, right? And ever since then, that's when I saw LeBron. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just root for LeBron because I don't want to be crying again when a team loses, you know? And Jay hugged me. It was a really cool moment. But then I wound up like I wanted to root against Kobe, and I wanted to root for Mike Bibby. You know Mike Bibby?
Yep.
I love the Sacramento Kings. They had that Game 6. So I always picked the underdog team. That's always how to root for the Sooners, believe it or not. Even though they weren't so much underdog, but they were in certain games, you know?
Yeah, we had a couple rough years. Yeah, I mean, I love LeBron. He went to high school like 90 minutes for me.
Okay.
St. Vincent, St. Mary. And then, obviously when he became a Laker, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a Laker fan. So it is what it is.
So what's your with the everything getting in? What's your day-to-day schedule now? How do you stay? Because I do this, man. I ran out of the 10X rule book planners, which I use. So I just plan out this, and people know the 3 things I'm going to do, and then I write out my day. I don't know where it is. It's right here. But anyway, how do you because I believe you have to be on a schedule and be very strict, right?
Yeah.
So especially now.
So one of my, I guess technically it's like 4 people now, but I've got like 3 to 4 people that are behind my brand, like the Alex Morton Mindset brand on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. One of them, his name's Matt. He was the one you were talking with. Yep. He's also like executive assistant. So whenever I have a call, like say for tomorrow, I'll just shoot him the time or the flyer or the schedule, whatever it is, and then he'll make my schedule for the next day. So one of the things that I do, and I teach people this, is that don't go to sleep until you know what you got to do the next day to make it a successful day. So
I
like
just started doing that.
Last time when I went to sleep, I knew exactly, like I knew I had you at 11 a.m. Miami time. Like that's it. Like I know I have this call at this time. I know what time I'm working out. I know what time my follow-up calls are. I know what time my presentation webinars are with, Peru or Ecuador or Colombia. So when I wake up, I don't grab my cell phone. A lot of people do that. I wake up and I go into prayer and gratitude. And that's something that Bob taught me. And I believe Bob Proctor is I believe he's the number one personal development coach on the planet. I put him over Tony. I mean, he is that guy. I mean, direct blunt line basically to Napoleon Hill, and Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford. It's like, dude, come on. The guy's 85 years old and he's got energy like a 30-year-old. It's unbelievable. So I wake up. I believe in God, so I pray for a little bit.
You're a Jesus guy, or as Bradley would say, a Yeshua guy?
I'm not. I was raised Jewish.
Okay. Oh,
so I'm Jewish, but my mom's side's Armenian Christian. So like my girlfriend's Muslim. I mean, I'm a God guy. I believe in God.
My business partner, Aman, he's Muslim, right? But we connect in the same way. I'm a Jesus guy. My grandma was Jewish, right? So
wow.
I ate arugula and did all that stuff, man, and so I know all that stuff, and all that.
I believe in God. I believe that religion is the cause of most of the wars and deaths in the world. So I don't want to like play into that. I just say, hey, like, because in our company, we got people from every walk of life.
Right.
So for us, it's like God, if you call him Allah, you call him Adonai, you call him Jesus, you call him the universe, whatever you want to say is cool, man. But I believe in God. That's what I say.
Okay.
So I get up, I pray, and then I think about like 10 things I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Anybody I'm having a problem with, I send them love spiritually. I think about them in like around a white light, and I send them positive vibrations and positive love.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I get after it. Usually I do cardio. I got an elliptical on my balcony over here in Miami, so I bang out cardio. And then I'm in this office, man. Like I'm in here doing a lot of calls right now because of Corona. I'm not traveling. I'm not doing events in these big arenas and stuff right now because it's illegal to. Yeah. So I'm in here. I'm doing calls, and then I'm doing a little bit of personal development every day, whether I'm reading or I'm listening or I'm watching YouTube videos while I'm eating. And right now it's just about moving the needle forward in our business. We one time on Instagram a day, and we're finally gaining some traction heavy on there, which I'm super pumped up about. And just working, man, like just working. And then at night for an hour, I'll watch like an hour of Netflix with my girlfriend, go to sleep, and then wake up and do it all over again. So
and dude, I love everything about you, because I don't even know how many million you're worth or whatever. It doesn't even matter because you're still hustling like you're like, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
Dude, my mentor right now, Joe Tenati, who's the local multimillionaire, he's actually doing Zoom calls and pictures and selling the window company there. I've actually still will sell some windows for him. I'm going to sell a $11,000 deal now too. So money's attracted to me. I have a millionaire mind. I say it all the day. I tell people to say it all the time. But what not to say what drives you. I already know what drives you. But what there was a question I had about that. What were you just saying? You were saying
my schedule. Moving the needle forward. My life right now is about like my thing is like momentum creation. It's like and every day in every way I'm getting better. That's what I tell myself. Every day in every way I'm getting better, and I'm just going to continually get better so I can serve more people, help more people. Like I've got guys in our group making $10K a month. I want them to make 10 grand a week. We got some guys making 100 grand a month. I want them to make 100 grand a week. So the only way I can help them grow is by me growing. That's what I believe. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, we've got to get better, and that's my mentality.
Dude, that's so true. I know. So I vlogged a little bit of this because I was on Grant's mentor call last night. I did a challenge, do 50 calls. I'm going to do 300 today. And I was vlogging the whole thing of what I did for the perfect schedule. Up at 4:30. I went to bed at I think it was 2 last night or something. I was working late, sending stuff off to my funnel guy because now we're building a whole funnel for my book and stuff. And then I woke up at 4:30 and I was like, all right, here we go. So I'll get to bed early tonight because sleep is important. How important is sleep for an entrepreneur?
I mean, I may not be the best person to ask because
I know that's why I asked you, because I want to verify my crazy belief. Go ahead.
A lot of people attack me when I talk about this, but
me too.
For me, it's like, dude, for me it's obsession. I mean, from 2011 to basically, I don't know, 2017, 16, basically my whole career until this whole Corona thing hit. Dude, I was getting up and going. I mean, even when I hit my massive goal I was still catching 5 a.m. flights from country to country. I mean, I did, 3 events in Colombia, 3 events in Peru, 3 events in Ecuador, 3 events in Chile, 3 events in Argentina, 15 events in 16 days one time. I mean, event, dinner, take pictures, to the airport next, take a nap next, because I believe in momentum, and I believe that, and I know there's sleep experts and sleep doctors and stuff. One day rest is going to be okay. But right now, I feel good. I got great energy. Why do I need to sleep 10 hours a day? I just don't. I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. And with this whole virus thing on, because I'm helping, I'll sleep a little extra because I know it's good for your immune system. So I have done that. I asked Joe Tenati, but I said, hey, how many hours of sleep do you need? He goes, entrepreneurs like us, 4 to 5. He goes, or 5 to 6, right? Is what he said. And it's funny, dude. I don't eat to enjoy right now. And this, I remember the question I wanted to do. I ate oatmeal this morning. It's bland. I don't want to eat anything I'm not there yet, man. When I'm there, but even if we meet each other, you'll know by what I'm eating if I'm where I'm at. Because that's how hungry I am for where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I was just at 10X. They were all going to one of the nice steakhouses. I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? I still go with them, but I'm not going to order. I'm not going to deserve to eat something if my business isn't doing what I want to do. You
can reward yourself at certain points. But I just remember in 2011, I had no money. I was doing 5 events a day. I was taking a full course load at school. And the hunger back then, I still try to channel that today, even though I guess financially, I mean, I'm good. But for me, I mean, I desire a private jet with AM on the table. I desire building schools and building hospitals all over the world. What I want to do, I know I need 100 million, and I don't have 100 million.
That's what I want to ask you. Because this is actually, I normally don't have this out. This is my older brother who passed away. These are his dreams he wrote, okay? And one of the ones he wrote was own an Audi R8, right? Dolphins blue, orange interior, right? So when I have Kokomo J's, the coffee shop music studio, that's my jet, okay? When I have a lot of money, then I'm going to build it. And maybe I'll buy it. They'll probably be so expensive then because it'll be out of man, but I'll park that outside it, right? But I'm not a big car guy. The only reason I want a Tesla is it's self-driving so I can work, right? I literally love it. You know what I'm saying? Materialistic, I don't have any brand name things. The only thing I have brand name are my shirts. Someone just made me my whole Inspire Those Always this stuff. They made me all this stuff. One of the fans made me a whole store. So I'll wear my brand, you know what I mean? Or grants or something that means something to me. But but materialistic labels and cars, Lambos, they're nice. Don't get me wrong, I'll rep one. But for me, I'd rather have a business making money where I'm putting jobs in. That's where I'm at. What talk me out of that. Tell me why.
I like nice stuff. I like nice stuff. I mean, I sat in a Rolls Royce in 2014 and I said, you know what? if I'm going to drive, I'm going to drive one of these. So I got a Rolls Royce, I got a Wraith, but I bought it cash. So I got no payments on it. And my buddy Roman, he's in San Diego. He's Floyd Mayweather's car guy. True story. 1 a.m. he calls me. He goes, dude, I know you're going to be in contract for a $260,000 Wraith. Floyd just called me. He wants to get rid of the one he has. He's driven it twice. He'll do 230. Give me 235. Let me make $5,000. I'm done. So I got the car I wanted, and I paid cash. When I turned 30, when I hit my goal in my company, and I was turning 30, I said, you know what? I'm going to get something nice for myself. So I wanted this Richard Mille watch. I flew to New York, and I bought the thing. But this is what I will say about materialistic stuff. The car that people want so much, you get it. And eventually, it's just a car. Now, I work out in the hot Florida sun. Before, you couldn't drink in the car. This is a $250,000 car. Don't even cough in my car. Now, I'm taking off my sweaty shirt, throwing it in the shotgun, slamming the door. I got chocolate protein bar stains on the damn seat. I mean, I can't pick this stuff up, bro. I'm dinging the shit out of it. And now my watch, I mean, it's a beautiful watch, but I look at it now, I'm like, man, I spent a lot on it. Was a $250,000 watch. I'm just being honest. That's crazy, right?
Actually, that's my weakness. I love watches. I'm gonna go stupid on a watch, 100%. That one I'll do.
Because everywhere I go with it, it's I can be wearing nothing, but if I have that on, it's at least I demand you to listen,
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, but to me, what was more important than that, paying off mom and dad's house. My little sister, hopefully she doesn't hear this, but in September is her birthday. I'm going to buy her a brand new, Mercedes. So taking care of family is definitely takes precedent over everything else. But you know, if you like nice stuff, get nice stuff, and then you're gonna realize that it's not about the nice stuff; it's about impact and legacy. And I think
I'm gonna buy back out my dad's house and fix this up. It was the one my mom and dad bought, so I'm gonna do that probably first. Just because he has helped me out a lot, so that would be like the first thing I do before I do anything else. But and my goal, dude, I'm not gonna stop till I make 77 million because someone said I wouldn't make it. It was mine and my older brother's dream. We wrote it down, and that's why. So I'm always going to tick for a while like this, you know, and I always have, you know, so now I just have something to tick for. So it's cool. Like, as much as we're here, part of it, I was looking at it is because I was actually crushing it on a sales call before you. So I want to get back on calls, but I want to give the full hour time to everybody in here. And I always feel guilty because we're having such a good time. Like, this is a good time, isn't it?
It's fun. It's fun, man.
So I'm going to ask you the last 5 questions. So we're coming on the last 8 minutes that I asked everyone. And I think I kind of touched on this one, but best money advice, just going.
Yeah. Don't go broke trying to look rich. I mean, that's a meme I saw the other day, but dude, it's like, if you're making $5,000 a month in whatever business, don't go to the Gucci store and spend $1,250 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
You know, save money, save to invest, man. Like my first 1.6 million, dude, it was completely gone.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up one day, I'm like, Dad, 1.6 million I made. They told me, yeah, you got about 80 grand left. I'm like, what? Well, he's like, yeah, clubs, girls, cars, stupidity. I'm like, okay. So I learned my lesson. I tell people, man, you can learn from mistakes or mentors. Right. Listen to Jeff. Listen to me. You know, it's okay to, you know, quote unquote, eat crap for a couple years. Stockpile some funds, man. Make money. Put it away. My best money advice is be smart and think long term. Don't think about the short. Think about the long game. You want money. You want a family one day. It's going to take you a lot of money to be able to do what you want to do. So don't blow it on stupid stuff when you shouldn't be blowing it on stupid stuff.
Yeah, good. And you guys are hearing, because I have a lot of my former students listen, and I know they'll look up to you because, like, it's you, man. So I definitely listen to him if you're not going to listen to me. And the one thing I did want to say about what you said there is just like I love that we came off that, and then you said, because if I made money when I was younger, I probably would have blown it just as dumb. The fact that I'm now making it now, investing in software businesses and learning about the future, and just different things that I'm thinking that I know are in the future, I'm glad I'm in this point now doing stuff like that, because like if I did it before, it would have been a nightmare. All right, when you were young, and maybe this is different because everybody's been like that. I've asked this question. They'd be like, "No, I didn't know I'd be here." When you were young, did you know you'd be where you're at right now?
I did.
Yes, I knew that was the answer.
I did.
You had the Tony Robbins mom, and you had
the moment I watched the first episode of Entourage. I was 16 years old. Me and my buddies were all together in Bexley, Ohio, in this little attic, watching Vinny Chase on Entourage. When the show was over, when the show was over, everybody was like, "Man, that life would be, you know, so great." But immediately it was like, but it's unrealistic. You got to be an actor. You got to be a singer.
Right.
You got to be some movie star. And I'm driving my 1998 Ford Expedition busted up truck back to my house. It's raining outside. This is real.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and like I have this like feeling in my body. I'm like, I don't know how, but I'm going to obtain this lifestyle. Yeah. So like the burning desire was triggered at 16, and I believe that's why I went to ASU. I got involved in real estate randomly, and then I stumbled into direct sales, and that was the vehicle that allowed me to live that exact lifestyle I saw on TV. So the answer is yes. If you would ask me, hey, you're going to make what I've made at 30, I might not have said the exact number, but was I going to be a success? 100%.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, and it's cool to actually hear you say that as I'm still driving my beat up car right now. Like, nobody really knows, man. Like, honestly, like, you did say something about having a watch on and people like think of you differently. Like, I'm really good at selling myself. I just sell this and this and this. Like, and I have money online that I've made on softwares that I'll show people if they need like a little bit of proof. But I'm just like, nah, man, like, just believe it. Just do what I do and make some money, and then you'll believe yourself, you know? All right, so you have a girlfriend. I dated a Spanish girl. She keeps hitting me up now because she saw my video with Lewis House, because I guess you knew him. But which is bad. It's bad. In a quarantine, you don't want the ex hitting you up, especially when you're doing a little bit better. But my whole point is, how long you been with your girlfriend? What's the best relationship advice you have for me?
Yeah, so we're actually celebrating our six months tomorrow.
Okay,
6 months tomorrow. I dated a girl for like 4 or 5 years when I was younger. We broke up like 4 or 5 different times. Wasn't the right girl. She's cool. We're friends, whatever. And then I was single for like 3 years, traveling the world. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of different experiences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was like, you know what? It's just an empty feeling. I'm gonna be super vulnerable here because I'm just keeping it real. I walked off stage in Lima, Peru with my older cousin Case Morton, who's in our business, and I was sitting in a room and I look at Case. I'm like, dude, I just took like 1,200 selfies with people that love me and care about me, and now I'm sitting in a room with you and I feel completely empty inside. What's wrong? He's like, dude, it's because you don't have like a meaningful, because he's had a girlfriend for like 5 years. He's like, you don't have that person. So, but I was so negative on marriage. I would tell my mom, I'm going to be single till 50. This is stupid. I'm going to get rich. I don't need any of this stuff. And then my parents were always like, when you meet the right one, you'll know. So I'm in London, England, in a nightclub at 1 a.m.
That's the right place.
Instagram, no social media. I see this girl walk across like the club floor. I walk up to her. My first words, I was pretty drunk. My first words were, I'm going to marry you.
Oh, dude, that's what I say to all my girls.
I literally said that. She blows me off because I was actually like making out with her like one of her good friends, like an idiot.
Right.
We stay in contact. I'm on a Europe tour again. She comes to, we met in Sweden, then she came to London again, and then we went to Mykonos for like 4 days, like a vacation at the end of the tour, and we connected. And dude, she packed up her bags from Sweden. She's from Abu Dhabi. She speaks 7 languages, super smart. She moved all her stuff to Miami. We're like, we're going to live together. We'll just do it. It's been the most effortless thing of my life. Like I know she's the one for sure. And it's crazy for me to even say that. But I went from like total bachelor playboy, like, the whole 9 yards, like 10 yards.
Yeah.
Committed. So my relationship advice is, man, until you find the right one, dude, just have fun and build your business and build your career. And when you meet her, I believe that now you will know, and that will be it.
So it's funny. I have a girl on my YouTube channel, a decent looking girl. It's my former future wife, I call her, because I wanted to marry her back in the day. Then I realized now I'm so growth oriented, and she's very curious where I'm at. Well, I've graduated more. She was actually smarter than me, and I was down here, and now I'm here, right? Not to say anything, but just whatever. Yeah, she doesn't even watch this stuff anyway. But it's funny that you say that because I used to always go up to girls and be like, I'm going to marry. I told Elena, I'm not going to even marry a girl until I read her How to Find a 10X Lady book that's coming out. And then I'm going to do it then. Although I shouldn't even say this, but I'm like this. Bobby, her friend, you know Bobby?
I've seen her on some Instagram. Yeah, they live down the street. Like they like throw a softball and hit.
Do you know who Joe Vargas is? A hustler. I
know the name.
So he like made a lot of money with CBD oil. He was really cool with me on a thing. I really shouldn't say this, but anyway, he blocked me because he got jealous of me. And dude, I'm just trying to be friends, man, But I find attention pretty well, man, and then I'm able to maximize it for money, which is and then do it to help other people. That's really the reason why.
But also to that point, I want to say this because I see this in some of my good friends. If you have a girlfriend and you're in a loving relationship, that's amazing. But if you're not where you want to be financially, you shouldn't be sitting there watching every series on Netflix and playing with the dog in the damn park 8 hours a day. Like if you got a girl if a girl's got a guy, you can still have a great relationship. But if you're not where you want to be financially, dude, you got to still put business over that. Like that's what people don't understand. Yeah. Like you got to be obsessed. Like you can't, like the whole work-life balance thing, dude, to me, it's complete bullshit.
Yeah, see, that's
you got to go all in on your career and your business and your reputation. And then once you get to whatever the goal is, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million a year, okay, you want to spend more time, take some vacations, blah, 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 that's good. But when you're like in the complete grind, blood, sweat, and tears, there ain't no time to be messing around. So I just wanted to say that for the younger people.
No, that's huge because there's someone I know who needed to hear that, who's going to listen to this. So I'm glad you said that. That was good. That's the best. All right. What's something you're looking forward to next, Mr. Mindset?
I'm looking forward to my brand really going mainstream and impacting people in all different industries. I got a lot of different people now, like door-to-door insurance, real estate. I just know my stuff works because it's not my information. It was given to me from Bob, and it changed my life. And I wanted to go mainstream and impact the world. That's what I'm looking for.
Do you know who Coach Michael Burt is?
Michael Burton or Burt?
I don't know. It might be Birdie. He owns a plane. He's a short little bald dude.
I know. I've heard the
He
name.
spoke at Growth kind of year. He was on here. I'm just giving him a shout out. He took what's that guy? Speed of Trust, Stephen Covey.
Yeah.
So he downloaded all that information and he does it in a more charismatic way. You're basically, if people can't get to Bob Proctor, you put it down in a more charismatic way.
Yeah,
right?
it's more charismatic and just more like younger versions and stuff like that. Because the information's the information.
Yeah.
Like people say, I created this thing. Dude, you didn't create anything. It's always been here.
Yes.
Earl Nightingale, I don't even know, dude. Like the 20s and 30s and Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich. It's like, what did you create? You took it and you morphed it, which is cool. But you didn't create. It's always been here.
Dude, and the rules of success are always the same rules, man. You know what I mean? There's just different ways, you know? Like, all right, sorry, we can go on about that anyway. Changing the education, we kind of talked about this, so changing the education system, one change that we'd like. Once me, you, Dan, Caleb Madison, I'm going to get Mr. Beast, by the way, on here, and he's going to teach a course where he teach the kids. Do you know who Mr. Beast is? So, dude, well, because you don't watch like because you're broke.
I don't watch like stuff,
he has 28 million YouTube subscribers. He gives away money. Dude, the dude's awesome. He was actually just on Logan Paul's show recently. Talking all about like really philanthropy. He planted like 20 million trees recently or something.
Wow. Yeah, I would just say moving away from like calculus and trigonometry and geometry and biology to like goal setting, how to pay your taxes, how to make sound investments, art of persuasion, art of communication, science of achievement, art of fulfillment. Dude, you teach a kid that information, they're gonna go about their life and they're gonna excel. Yeah, no, it's so true, man. People spend so much money on on universities. I tell them I spent $2,500 on Grant Cardone ticket. People look like I'm crazy, you know. And I've leveraged that ticket more with meeting Dana White, Floyd Mayweather, all the people that I've connected with. Well, I told Floyd Mayweather, I was like, yo, if I need your help, you're helping me change the education system. And he's like, you got it, you know? It was cool, man, you know? I don't know if I need his help, though. Like, we'll go over that later. But whatever. I need your help. All right. Where can people find more of you? Yeah, I would say Alex Morton Mindset Instagram, Alex Morton Mindset YouTube, and then amgiveaway.com is like my inner circle. We've got almost 50,000 people there in the last 3 weeks. I'm sending out blogs, videos, and I'm giving away iPads, computers, and money every single month. So it's all free. Like everything is free. I'm watching different programs and courses I was going to sell for like $29.97, and like I was going to do a coaching thing, and I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna do this for free because I'm okay over here, and I just want to give it away. So
good, I love it.
Giveaway.com. Good, I'm gonna do my. Do you have to enter every day? Because I'm gonna do my best to win as much stuff. No, but if you follow the stuff, you get more entries. I followed everything, dude. Yeah, this computer I marketed, I built myself. This is my old dinosaur from 2011. It has all my brands on it. It's cool. I love it. Well, bro, I'm giving this away in 48 hours on Tuesday or 72 hours. Well, dude, I've won Ty Lopez's money. Grant ripped up $100 and he gave me money. I've gotten money from a lot of the great people by just the luck of winning. It's a random draw. It's a software. It's a software on this website, and I'm going to do it live. It's actually a completely random. No, I know. So if it happens, I just have to. If it doesn't, I'll just work hard for it. I'm not really worried about it. Before I used to just, when I was first beginning of my journey, that stuff was huge to me because I was like manifesting that. I actually have gone away from that. I should probably go back to it. But are you big on manifestations or no? Big, dude. I mean, our thoughts create our thoughts and our imagination create our physical universe. Yeah. So no, I know. Trust me. I gotta actually I'm gonna start once I get to a certain level. I love giving away stuff too. I was stupid. I used to give away money on Christmas Eve every time to people who needed it when I really didn't have any money to give. There's stuff on the YouTube channel. It's just showing that like I was so confident that I could go produce money that if there's someone who doesn't have money, I'm gonna give it right then and I'm gonna go produce it because they can't, So using my skills. But I really got to I got to get 100K liquid again. There's some things that I probably should have done now. I mean, I have a software that's worth about 50K. You're about to blast off into a whole nother. I see it. It's already done, bro. Yeah, we already know. All right, I got to get back to work. I got to get on the calls. I'm sure you do too, man. Hey, I appreciate this, dude. I loved all this, man. I liked Elena's interview, and it was totally different. I felt like I was really talking to my brother here, man, and it was just awesome. So you're an awesome guy. Thank you for your time. I'm glad Corona happened just so I could get a hold of you
to interview you to bring this to everybody, but I'm really not. And I shouldn't say stuff like that because that gets me in trouble, you know?
Hey, it is what it is, man. We're making the world a better place. So I
We are,
appreciate you, my man.
Let's go back and do it. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, follow him, Alex Morton, Mindset. The guy has believed in Chief. Hey, one quick thing. What's the biggest thing you'd say to someone who just joins the MLM? What's the best way to scale it right away? Or
marketing, find somebody that has exactly the results that you want and do exactly what they tell you to do. Like, say what they say, do what they do. You'll get what they have through persistence. Easy.
Yeah, that's why there's a guy in WFG. His name's Chris. He does really well. I told my brother, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't shout out. I said, don't follow that guy. Go get on that guy's call and do exactly what he's doing. So we're saying, I just want my brother to win so bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to win. That's it. And I can't do it all, but if I have to, I'll do it all and I'll buy him out of it. All right, man. We'll have a 10X day, man. All right.
All right, man. Much love.